Why do I go to proverbial choice for third rune? Well, I hope you don't go for third rune at XL 18. Alberozuku. That's not a good time to go for third rune. I'm at XL 18, as you can see. I am not thinking about third rune at this point in time. I have 2 runes, that is very sufficient. I only need 1 to go into vaults. Generally speaking, it's a good idea to think about third rune after you've cleared depths. Obviously, you can play characters that are much stronger where that distinction is a little bit less important, but I often will do, if I want to do slime for third rune for instance, I'll often do it at XL 21 or so before I do depths, because I can predictably do it. That's a little bit risky, but it's kind of nice because I get the XP and any loot bonus, and then that depths is kind of long, whereas slime is very fast. So for that longer stretch of the game, I'm a little bit stronger, which is kind of cool. Otherwise, I am definitely going to wait until I clear depths before I get a third rune. And I generally don't do... Oftentimes, yeah, if it's shoals, for instance, not really a strongly compelling reason to do it before vaults necessarily, because shoals 4 is pretty nasty. Not that you can't do it, but it's fairly nasty, so it's not uncommon to maybe do vaults. I elected to get both runes before vaults. I usually do, but shoals is a factor that would make me not. Or if I got swamp and I don't feel like doing snake 4. Snake 4 is healthy XP, but it's also a huge slog and fairly dangerous. Yes, that's right. If you don't need a rune, rune levels are more dangerous than the other levels. So if you can make your character stronger when you approach those levels, and if the alternate level that you would go to besides the rune level is easier, like Vault 1, for instance, or Elf 1, you should go there instead. It's just advice for like winning your games. Some people like to play in a risky way, but I'm on a 12-win streak, and I'm playing to win, so... Air Elemental. I throw a javelin in your face. I should probably be hero to fight that guy, though, in all fairness. So on this level is the Hall of Blades. Just cast PVC. If it does damage, eh. Good trick versus dancing weapons. Go invis. Some characters can have a hard time fighting many dancing weapons, but they do not see invis. They are impossible to hex, but invis nerfs them pretty well. If you have a source of that can be really good. Boy, these miscasts, they are real. Other things that don't see invis, elves. Most elves that are not the high level ones also don't see invis. Like none of these guys see invis. Yeah, I mean on a character per character basis, you can figure out how strong your character is and how much risk it is. It's not like some sort of rule that says you must do this or you're making a mistake or anything. In many cases, it's just not. The difference in safety just isn't that relevant. If you want to, I often do branches straight through. Like I could have gone from Spider 1 through 3 and done Swamp 1 through 3, and then gone back to Spider or Swamp. For me, I do not need Flight to do shoals 1 through 3. And I mean, those things, I'm not going to say those things don't make it easier, they do, but to do them well, you definitely don't need it. It is nice, I will grant. Shoals is a harder branch, so obviously if you have Snake or Spider, it is probably the case that you could do Snake or Spider first. If you roll all ones on 20 dice in a row. I just play my games from the standpoint of what do I need to do to win. If you play style can factor into things a lot. Some people are kind of playing their game with a certain like mentality where there are things that they want to do and things that they don't want to do. And regardless of whether those things are much safer, they're just not going to do them. Somebody who says, I hate water unless I have flight, and so I require that I have flight. That's a decision they can absolutely make if they want to. There is such a thing as convenience, you know. I have avoided doing branches until I found our poison. Like swamp can be kind of a pain, spider can be kind of a pain. I don't much care about our poison for snake, but those two. But I have done snake. I don't care too much about our poison. Spider, I care a bit more because it is a little bit more annoying. But I also would not consider it required, and I have done spider without our poison just fine. If I have the choice to do shoals without our shoals or spider without our poison, I would probably often do shoals. But again, we're talking the first 3 levels, not all 4. Stay in Abyss for 2 hours. I can't believe it didn't choose other. Did you rig the RNG, Jeepicus? We got some books up in this. Boom. This is a little bit scary as far as the layout goes. Giant open area. Wow. That looks really rather open. I beat you up with my javelins. Boy, Oka, if you gifted me more javelins, wouldn't that be cool? Sure would like some javelins, Oka. He wants me to use a longbow, I guess. I don't wanna. Snake and spider the most annoying. Yeah, snake is kind of annoying. I actually don't mind shoals 1 through 3 too much. That is a somewhat nasty. So, yeah, you can see how much damage those things do. I'm gonna try to BVC him to death. I went invis just to maybe avoid taking less hits because Glaive of Pain, that's gonna hurt. What a shock, right? Glaive of Pain hurts, huh? Never have guessed. Got this amulet. Ooh. Boom. That's a nice ring. I am going to put that on over the RF ring for now. That is going to do more work than RF will do. Much more work than RF. There is the Hall of Blades. There is the Hall of Fire Elementals. Nice engulf. Got in some damage. So I could do this. It's kind of an interesting one to do, and I probably will go ahead and do it because I'm a Gnoll and I can use anything. And I've got Invis and BVC, so I am really well situated to do this. Does this... Actually gonna dig in. Does this? Okay. So that's sort of handy. I might go ahead and burn another one. I'll probably have to buy a dig wand. Alberta Venom. Oh, nice miscast, buddy. We'll probably be swapping between this. I'll be spamming some VBC for some... Come, my friend. Nice shot, dude. You got me. Probably should be using Tomahawk since Okawaru doesn't want to gift me any javelins. He doesn't like gnolls. Direfoil protection, that's a little bit nasty. Just... These guys can break free pretty easily. Down he goes. I do remember Ontoclasm, yeah. How could I forget? That was the branch where you dipped into it. It was a branch in Vaults. It was a sub-branch of Vaults, and you dipped into it because you didn't want to do the Hall of Blades, but each branch had a chance. Oh, hey, La Mulana. Each branch generated uniques, and so you could generate a couple nasty uniques in there and then just leave the branch. So you like go down there and there'd be, you know, whatever, Menas or Mara or stuff like that, and you'd be like, oh cool, see you later. And then you'd leave and never come back. What is the pink pixel on the map? I see a bunch. They look like the upstairs. Choices was a nice thing. Well, I mean, it's as far as Hall of Blades is concerned, it's a ruined door. You can choose to do it. You know, as far as the problem with branch choice is when it is a, like the layer branches have some decision making there, so that's kind of cool, but a lot of the other branches are meant to be extended and they're not really viable decisions. They are if like you want to consider challenge runs, but although Tomb is accessible, to do Tomb as your like third rune or whatever is extremely ill-advised because of that style of branch. It's extended. Slime is one that's kind of neat because you can access it and it's a viable third rune. Abyss is, you know, as far as the extended runes go, it's perhaps the easiest. It's still just usually better to not do Abyss, but at least the idea of a choice is there. But the rest of them are just all extended. They're not really, unless they were made easier and made into normal runes, which could be an interesting direction, but then we wouldn't really have extended. Well, and those people are probably not winning all that many games. That would be my guess. There are characters where I would like to do Abyssal. If I have really good stealth, Abyssal is certainly something I could consider more because it can be pretty fast and relatively painless. But I generally would have a stealth based character because it just makes also if you're a fast movement character, it's maybe a little bit nicer. Slime is, for me, once you know how to do it, is the most predictable rune branch. Yeah, Abyss has huge variance. It really is the problem. You know, you get Hell Sentinels spawning, you get rune vaults with stuff like that spawning in it. It's just no good times. Amount of runes currently carried. I mean, there's all sorts of... You kind of have to think, well, what are you trying to introduce? Are you trying to introduce lots of choice for, like, the main game runes? And from there, you could proposed systems, or are you trying to actually have extended runes? Are you trying to have both? Could you add more branches that are in the main sequence? Something that you could do, but at the same time, if you do that, those branches probably become easy at some point, like say after depths, you go get your third rune, any other branch is probably, is that branch going to be as easy as Zot? Or is it's going to probably be easier than Zot, right? So that becomes optimal to kind of go grind that branch to get extra XP, to get even more safety. And it's kind of nice if the game pushes you to win under more challenging conditions. Oh no. Short sword of speed. Guys, what do we do? What are the strats? BVC, might, haste, agility, flight, cast firestorm. Oh, I survived. I don't know how. I don't know why. But I'm still alive. I don't believe it. You see a short sword of speed and that's like GG. It's so fast. It's no problem. We'll just redesign crawl by the end of this stream. Whatever is the group consensus from Twitch chat, that will be crawl 1.0. Ooh, you think you're clever, don't you, my friend? Well, you actually kind of are, because I don't really have Hey, I guess I do, don't I? Where did you go? Oh, my stealth. I guess this is probably more valuable than MR right now, because I'm not really fighting any. Get over here, you. More species gods, yeah. Only 24 or 26? Are you even trying, devs? Can't stop until it's 50. Only 630 combos you can play? Why not 1,000? Why not troll Deep Chef? No, Deep Troll Iron Chef. That would cause copyright issues, perhaps. Ruined Executioner's Axe. It's a spooky one. I go in Viz and spam some BBC. Oh. There goes the exec axe. Time for the return of lava orcs. We even already have the tiles. We wouldn't even have to make new art. Guess these tomahawks can do a little bit of work. Short sword of venom. I don't know why I swapped to the pain Logitong, but not really seeing any. So that ruined executioner's axe, pretty sick find for, well, if you're using axes and didn't have an exec axe, it would be cool. Little draining. Stabby stab. Anti-magic Logitong. Now this is a This is a potential tomahawks, though. That is a nice weapon to have found. I take back the bad things that I said about all the blades. +3. Well, that is pretty much an ideal Zot 5 weapon. I mean, obviously I lose access to MP. I will continue gaining more MP as I train Invo, so I will have a little bit more. It also removes the viability of using G-Spirit, but that will be an excellent weapon to just keep around. I have no less than 3 Lajatongs, which is pretty cool. I can go ahead and I have another 3. I can bring this up to 8. I will probably get this to +9. I will have my choices between a +9 anti-magic and a +9 pain and a +7 slicing. I think I'm pretty well decked out as far as Lajatongs are concerned. But we're pretty much done with guess I could kind of wear this. I don't really have a better cloak, to be perfectly honest. I do have this G-Spirit, which is actually a really nice item. I could see myself swapping to anti-magic a good deal, though. This is already... I mean, the difference in some sense is not that big of a deal because they're both pretty outstanding weapons. One is more about just doing damage, the other is about preventing spellcasters from doing anything, but anti-magic is better against nasty spellcasters. Glowing cloak? Okay. You do love me. Not... Yeah, we'll go with the resist for now. Not feeling the art poison quite so much. Nice to have those easy resists, and I can swap to anti-magic without effectively nerfing my cloak slot. If I kill... Oh, damn. I can't kill him. Or can I? Yes, I can. Oh, there's my nemesis, Death Knight. Okay, he does that right away, naturally. Oh, you. You know what sucks for you is when you get hit with BBC. It's really unfortunate. It's really super unfortunate for you. Pretty much since always. Well, not literally always, but definitely since for a long time. Kind of more effective to just hit that guy. Better watch out for those flayed ghosts. Step away from the walls with these guys. Ooh, nice. These see invisible, all these guys, so... Oh, wait. Oh, that's not gonna work. BVC will work pretty well on them. Except when they break free at every turn. Yeah, a lot of people who claim like BVC is so ridiculously broken, etc., etc. Kind of an example of how it only becomes really strong when you get spell power levels very high. There we go. Oh, there we go. Can't large rock me to the face if you can't see me, buddy. Well played. Yep, Roctavian, I think, was the person to improve those, and he definitely did a... I believe so, I might be wrong. That might have been Ontoclasm who's here in chat, but I'm pretty sure it was... Shapeshifter looks like.